All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. What are we watching here? FTFT, UPC. Man, today was another slow pre-market. So that's, what, 4 pre-markets in a row now that were extremely, extremely slow. Is this the new normal? I don't know. Could be. Never really know. The market likes changing up things every now and then. Every few weeks, every few months, there's always a bit of a pivot. Speakers out. So it was a little tricky, this pre-market, for sure. We weren't getting follow through, so you had to be really quick taking profits. You like had to take like half base hits pretty much, you know. Base hit is usually 2 to 4%, but today, you know, if you're walking away with, you know, 1 to 1.5%, you'd usually be, you know, pretty good, especially if you missed this first big move to the upside, because this leg I missed. I wasn't looking at FTFT. I was looking at another ticker. I don't even remember what I was looking at. Anyway, I was totally distracted, and I missed this actual, you know, perfect first leg here. Now we're getting consolidation, and I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking on the 5-minute. You know, what I usually like to look for is, you know, first leg to the upside, then consolidation, holding our highs usually above VWAP, and then getting some sort of fall through there into the market open. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for FTFT, but we'll see. Before we dive into the stats, anyway, guys, good morning. It's April 1st here. It's the first day of the month, obviously April 1st, but it's a Thursday, right? So it's the last day of the week because tomorrow is Good Friday and there's no trading. The markets are closed. So 4-day week, 3-day weekend. I think we're all pretty excited for that. So let's go here and actually review FTFT. I was just checking my watch list to make sure I have it updated. Let's go to here, stats. These were my stats from yesterday. I didn't do that much trading yesterday. Actually, I did like borderline 0 trading yesterday. We only did 5 trades yesterday. That's nothing. Usually I'm north of 15. So this is a really small amount of trades. So a lot of these, you know, statistics aren't really that valuable when you do very low trading because, you know, it doesn't really amount to much in terms of, you know, you like to have a sample size that's a little bit larger to draw some profitable or, you know, meaningful, you know, information out of stats. But, you know, anyway, profit margin here, 85%, which is nice. Looks like we only had, you know, 2 losers. But they were small losers, so we didn't give back that much profit. So, you know, overall, we only gave back $48 yesterday. Remember, guys, don't forget, we're going to be having a whole entire 30-minute plus and Q&A session where we go through March recap and then also, you know, a little bit of forecasting for April. So that's going to be a big thing we got planned here today. You can actually already go to the channel, which I think is here. And then if you go to home, right here, Winkler's March recap and April forecast. So this is going to be today at noon Eastern Standard Time. Right now, I'm 6 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time. So it says 6 p.m. for me. But for you guys, it should say something else. And then this is the stream we're on currently right now. Cool. So don't forget, and I will see you guys then, hopefully at noon. If you guys are new here and you'd like to learn more about what we do here every single day, especially, you know, pre-market and then market open and swing trading even, check out the foundation video series right here. In about 1 to 2 hours, you can get fully caught up. And then the slides and checklist that I refer to sometimes is here as well. And then the Discord group is right here. So don't forget, that's all here at tradejournal.co/connect. That's pretty much all the housekeeping, though, that I really want to do today. FTFT popping back up here a little bit. Did I not talk about this one? It's in my watch list. Oh, you know what? I probably just didn't update it. That's why. Yeah. Okay, so FTFT, Chinese software company. This is it. FTF Techs. roughly. Announces framework agreement to acquire Bitcoin mining farm. 35 million market cap, 330 million market cap. So it's definitely in our typical range of stuff we're looking for. It's nice to see that. My probably biggest issue with it is, you know, it's a slow mover here, only up 28%. So that's a little bit light. But it kind of looks like on the 5 minute specifically, I really like this consolidation we're seeing here. So we might be seeing some sort of breakout soon. We got a high here. Let's see, maybe we'll get a little bit of a pullback, a little nice little continuation, but yeah, we'll see. And technically we are breaking above this little downwards trend we're in, so nice little move back to the upside. We also have a higher low here, so that's a really good sign. So now we're breaking here to the upside. We got probably another 4% from here. So let's see where we're gonna go. I'm usually not trading right around 905, but still good to always keep analyzing. UPC, the other ticker that's kind of interesting so far. And this is actually the ticker I've been doing much better on. So I'm up 400 on UPC and I'm down 300 on FTFT. You know, basically up $95 so far pre-market. So you can tell it's not really a pre-market that I'm doing so well in right now. We're just really lacking opportunities. But anyway, UPC, biotech, Chinese, 21 million float, 85 million market cap. Last night after the market closed, well, not last night, but yesterday after the market closed, they came out with a catalyst. Public offering catalyst. Full exercise. So they exercised an option to purchase an additional 750,000 shares for its client. At $5 a share. So that propped it up. You know, usually people are buying because they're bullish. So that helped drive this ticker to the upside. Long term though, UPC is not looking super hot. I had this huge flush to the downside, and now $5 is actually a big zone of resistance between $5 and this kind of $6 zone. So I'm not sure if we're gonna really, you know, crack on back above that. We are getting some really decent volume coming in here though on the hourly. You can see it. So that's a bullish sign. But I don't know how aggressive I'm going to be on UPC until we're really back above this $5 zone. Yeah, Ben, what you should do is send me the CSV file as an example, and I'll check it out, see what we can do. It's definitely possible. It just has to be reformatted, right? So there's an example for TD Ameritrade and Interactive Brokers, IB, and you could kind of base it off of that example. There's also just in general an example here on Import Wizard. If you go to import new entries, you can download the example CSV file. And as long as it looks like the example CSV file, you know, you can import anything in here from any broker. Hope that helps a little bit. But yeah, email me or write me on the Discord and send me an example CSV file, and we'll get that set up for sure. Nice, Micah. Cracking out the Benjamins. SNOA is actually another ticker we were looking at today, or yeah, this morning. USA drug manufacturer, 2 million float, 15 million market cap. 9.7 is a big support, and it was also a triple bottom zone. Unfortunately, it did crack at one point, and now it looks like around 9.4 is the bigger support. We did have a nice bounce off the lows though, but still in a little bit of a downwards trend here. Big volume coming in though, so something's gonna have to give at one point. Yeah, exclusive partnership to expand commercial channels of Micron-based RX dermatology and eye care products nationwide. Yeah, that sounds good. We're just not really getting any really nice gapper today. Typically what I'm looking for is a ticker going over 40%. I have that even here in my checklist. So I'm looking for, you know, a ticker doing over 40% pre-market. Right now, we're not even getting that. Our closest one is 35%. So I'm just a little bit weary here. I'll throw up my email address quickly. It's on the disclaimer. It's also in the video description if anyone's curious. It's alex@tradejournal.co. Ooh. I'm not even sure what tip ranks is. Jackson's wondering which one's the hot one. You know, yesterday pre-market, it was kind of hard to say which one was the hot one. It was really about watching closely and then just getting aggressive when the opportunities came up. I did not get aggressive enough yesterday. I left a lot of money on the table, and then I kind of wrapped up trading. Probably could have kept on trading and made quite a bit. So we'll see here. You know, as long as there's good opportunities, I do think I would like to keep trading, but you know, we'll see. Always play by ear. Nothing's really set in stone. I'm not really sure what your question is, Mo. How do I journal trades like you? Do you have a tool in your website for that? I'm not really sure what you mean by that. What I do every day before the market, I just go to TD Ameritrade. I copy over my trades. For example, like this, I just put exactly what's in TD Ameritrade when you go to your transactions, copy it over here. I go to the download page, then I click file, I say download a CSV file, and then I just go to import wizard. I import the new entries as CSV file, and then I use the wizard, and that's pretty much it. Then I, write out a description for each trade, add a picture, add a pattern, keep it pretty simple. There's also a whole entire video you can check out right here where I do it as well. So it's all pretty black and white, but if you guys have any questions, alex@tradejournal.co or the Discord or the comments below the video. So while the market's kind of just, figuring out what it wants to do here, let's go over some news. Biden administration considers overhaul of asylum system at the southern border. This is definitely going to be a good read here. I haven't explored into this one too much. The House is already passing bills, so they're off to the Senate. There was another shooting here. 4 killed in shooting at office building in California. One of the people killed was a was an infant. Just it was a real rough stuff. UPC popping back up on low volume. Keep an eye on this one. Very low volume though, so I'd be careful. Maybe it's still getting started, who knows. Biden's pitch, tackling climate change will create jobs and not kill them. Definitely a good further read. Biden unveils $174 billion plan to fill roads with EVs. To be honest, I'm a big fan of EVs. I don't know if you guys are living in a city or not, but when you live in a city and you, let's say, take the bike, you know, the streets are pretty tragic when it comes to, like, you know, being behind a car, having big exhaust. Now in Berlin, for example, for the first time, and it was like a year ago, I was behind an EV bus and it was amazing. I absolutely loved it. So, you know, obviously worth exploring further what the details are here, but I think everyone will benefit from a world that has more EVs. Pfizer-BioNTech says COVID shot protects for 6 months. Found efficiency of 91.3% up to 6 months after getting the second dose. Jobless claims likely held near lowest since COVID-19's onset. SPY right now is up 0.4. VIX is down 5%. Bitcoin pretty much neutral. Oil up 2%. Microsoft here was awarded a Pentagon contract for its augmented reality headsets that could be worth pretty much $22 billion over 10 years. Hey, that sounds pretty legit. Here's Microsoft for you. Such a big company that imagine one of these small caps got a catalyst like that. $22 billion contract. We'd be trading like a 300-400% gapper. Microsoft over here up 2% yesterday, up about 1% pre-market, just absolutely chilly vanilly, just doesn't care. It's hilarious. U.S. Supreme Court heard oral arguments in its first case about the business college sports in 40 years. Wow. Ford slashing productions in North Carolina due to its chip shortage. Robinhood is retiring the confetti that's appeared when users make their first trade on the platform. It's so embarrassing, honestly. Like, is that all that came out of the GME saga? That's depressing. That's the least important thing. We'll see where that leads. Endeavor, the owner of the UFC and other sports entertainment assets, trying to once more go public. Yeah, Mo, you can do everything everything on Trade Journal. It's totally free, by the way, as well. Steven says totally out of FTFT. FTFT is one of those tickers, man, that's just, it plays with you. I mean, it's a bit of a chop fest right now, so it's not super exciting. Still got another 10 minutes here for the market open. KPIs here. Let's see what's going on. U.S. producers made 3.4% more cardboard in 2020 than the previous year due to a higher demand of shipping boxes. Might not sound like a lot, but equivalent to 477 square miles of corrugated board, enough to cover all of New York City with room to spare. What's corrugated board? Corrugated. Corrugated is the long form of cardboard. My whole life has been a lie. Let's see what else is going on here. Cannabis article. Anytime there's kind of cannabis news, I always like to see our cannabis stocks, see what they're up to. They're all slightly green, it looks like. I don't see anything that's negative here. SSPK, one of my favorite ones. That's struggling. It's got a nice base here at around 17.5. But I think a break of this, I would be a little nervous, and I would probably look to accumulate this one closer to 15. But we'll see. Let me get back to my day trading account. Let's dive into this plan a little bit more. Let's see what cracked yesterday. What 7-Eleven did to fountain soda President Biden wants to do to U.S. infrastructure. Hey, that sounds pretty good. Yesterday, Biden laid out his big gulp idea. That's funny. A $2.3 trillion plan to revamp the country's roads, bridges, trains, schools, housing, electric grid, and lots more. By the way, not sure. This is really good for any EV companies, any SPACs, any kind of renewable energy company. We've been talking about this a lot. For the last few months, especially in the recap videos, the monthly recap videos, plans going forward. A lot of our swing trades are based on green energy and stuff like that. So this is really good for a lot of those tickers. And right now, actually, our swing trade portfolio is slightly up today. Not really a big difference. Our swing trade portfolio overall is a little bit negative, about 3K, which is about 10% of this portfolio size, which is totally fine because, anytime we have a big winner, we're closing that position, we're taking profits. Like, for example, PLBY, PLBY, this one's up nicely, almost 100%. I went in with basically $1,300 on this one. So this position is almost up 100%. I'll probably be closing PLBY soon, which means my P&L open is actually going to go down, right? So we're going to have even more losses, quote unquote. So this account has made a lot of money, and I'm pretty stoked about it. And I'll probably do a whole entire swing trade recap at one point, or maybe we'll throw that into tomorrow's or this eve. Yeah, let's do that as well. Let's review the swing trades as well, because this is, I think, the first month we only made a few $100s, but every month we've made a sizable amount in this swing trading portfolio. So I'm really loving this one. This month was a slow month. A lot of selling off on the kind of SPAC space, the EV space. But overall, I really can't complain about our swing trading. I have not been taking profits quick enough. I think that's been my biggest mistake, because let's say sometimes we're up 30, 40, 50%. I don't take my profits, and then sometimes I close for a smaller profit, and then sometimes I even close for a red. So that's been a big mistake of mine, just not being aggressive enough, not managing the account enough. Not sure if we mentioned this, but the plan is large. The administration said it'd be the biggest federal investment program ever since the Eisenhower interstate highway system of the late 1950s and the space race in the 60s. That is absolutely insane. But that's actually really exciting to hear. Honestly, that really kind of pumps me up a little bit. Here's a little bit more details. 4-part plans like these are what bullet points are made for. $620 billion for transportation projects. $650 billion to improve life at home, like high-speed broadband. Yo, I'm coming back to America. I don't know what's going on here. $580 billion for manufacturing, because we know how much supply chains need help. $400 billion to caregiving efforts for the elderly and those with disabilities. That's always really nice. To help pay for the bill, Biden wants to bump up the corporate tax rate from 21% to 28% and close other tax loopholes. That's, that's pretty heavy that's going to be heavy for some companies. But I don't think a lot of companies mind paying that. In all honesty, there's many billionaires, there's many large companies, many CEOs that, publicly say they don't mind paying higher taxes if there's a general, benefit, right? If the taxes are going to something good. We see that again and again. And a lot of these companies have their own initiatives. There's a lot of donation from large companies as well. So this kind of forces people into it a little bit that aren't super stoked about it. And trust me, I'm as capitalistic as it gets, but it sounds pretty good. Not good enough for many Republicans who slammed the bill as a Trojan horse for tax hikes. Well, there's always going to be people against it. And, I'm not saying I'm just blindly for it, but in general, face value, so far it sounds pretty promising. Well, that'd be really interesting to follow up on that. We got another 3 minutes here before the market opens. Really quickly, Corona cases kind of found a bit of a support zone. Right now we're in Albania, still selling off, a very similar chart to the US. Worldwide though, there's been a big increase. There's several countries that are really struggling right now, Brazil being one of them. Huge all-time highs on Brazil. Italy's on its third wave, slightly going down though. I mean, even Germany, all of Europe is really, struggling with this whole vaccination thing. Germany's having a huge third wave right now. Greece is really high as well. Long COVID symptoms are affecting 1.1 million people in the UK. That's definitely worth a further read. All right, let's go back here to the day trading account and let's get ready for the market open. UPC, FTFT, SNOA, and ACY are my top picks, but typically I'm looking for stocks over 40%, but that's not what we're getting today, so we'll see. Nice little spike in volume here on FTFT before the market opens. Don't forget, guys, time of force day, and don't forget to drop a like if you enjoy the content. And let's go here. 1 minute to the market open, calm and collected. I'll probably be extra cautious here. I like the possible upside from 8 I think if we can break 8 with some power, I'm going to be quite bullish on this one. I like the fact that the selling off is getting lighter. Next resistance right around 8.5. UPC popping up as well, back above VWAP, looking good. All right, guys, good luck, everyone. Break out on a flush right away. 4% move roughly. UPC making nice move though. So right now it looks like a fake out at 8. Maybe we can get back above it. Good entry, Sean. THBR finally moving higher. This was a swing trade of mine. UPC doing good. 21 million float. I wonder if it's going to get halted. It's a nice 6% move there. Found support at 525. I'm nervous of this ticker though. The daily chart really freaks me out quite a bit. That's an OA kind of struggling here in this area. Anyone long QS had a great bottom bounce off of 40 again for like the millionth time in a row. There goes UPC. FTFT has the biggest dollar volume, so it's the most interesting. Whoo-wee, what a freaking hectic start on this ticker. $35 million float. Wow, what a sell-off there. 7%. That's a big move on this ticker. Could be that ultimate rejection here at 8, but I don't know. Nice, Mo. Congrats. That was a perfect trade. Keeping an eye on 7.5. UPC really doesn't look too bad right now, but confidence in that ticker is not exactly high. Dang, David. Yeah, that's a hectic open right there. Yeah, got to be careful with the morning cross or the open cross. ACY halted. I'm watching FTFT still. Anyone long UPC? Because this one's absolutely slaying it. This might get halted here. 20% run in 5 minutes. Boom! UPC just got halted at 6:24, 35 minutes now. 9:35. Yeah, Colby, it's wiki right now, so it's kind of spiking in both directions. Definitely leading up some good potential for just nice scalps. I'm thinking FTFT might have another flush. That's why I'm being a little bit cautious with it right now. I'm thinking I might do a buy here at 7.5. So, but I don't know. UPC is a volatility halt, should be opening up in 9:40 and 17 seconds. Another 3 minutes and 17 seconds roughly. Watching FTFT here in this 7.5 zone. Volume is decreasing. Still sellers though. Had a nice bounce there off the 50, it's hard to say, 53 or so. $55, still support there. Still a lot of support on this one. Could bounce any moment back to 9 EMA, maybe VWAP. Yeah, a lot of support came in there. I was thinking maybe we were going to see a bit of a weak or false break past 7.5. Now there's a nice move. Good bounce there, 3% roughly. Congrats anyone that got it. I'm going to remove my limit orders for now. QS, great red to green move on QS. Problem is this one's a bit of a slow mover, so you got to use bigger size or else it's not going to really amount to much. Trading the mid caps are always a little bit more tricky too. Big resistance here, but could have another move. UPC gonna open up again soon here. About 50 seconds. PF Iron being called out. Yeah, it's actually not too shabby. PF Iron was so nasty though pre-market. That kind of kept me away from it, but great move off the lows for sure, 26%. All right, UPC, let's get ready to watch this one open up. I'm gonna have 600 or 6K value ready to go, so 1K shares. No trades yet for me since the open. Should have opened up, so it might be a 10-minute halt here on UPC. I'm not sure. I'm going to take this opportunity to refill my tea, run to the restroom. A little tea-aholic lately. Yeah, I'm still watching FTFT, so we'll see how this one plays out. Oh, dang. FTFT had a huge move. Look at that. All right. Back in the game. FTFT just had a shaky open. UPC is going to open up again soon. I'm going to put UPC on my top screen. Put FTFT here with you guys. Mogo being called out as well. We haven't seen Mogo in a while. I like it. FTFT at new high of day. Good call out, Sean. Does have a bit of a flush here, so that's going to make me a little bit cautious on how I want to trade it, how aggressive I want to get. Found support already, moving higher. Remember, this is the big resistance area for this ticker. If we can get over 6.5, this could really, really continue to have a nice ride, maybe to 9.4 before seeing a little bit more resistance. Whoops, what did I just click on? false breakout there. Found support at 805. Could be KO33, could be. Nice little 2% bounce. The reason I did go more aggressive and put my limit order at the 9 EMA is because of the former flush. There's the move. Held surprisingly well. So I had the right idea, but it didn't flush as much as I thought it might. About a 5% down. UPC opened up and it's just absolutely running. Big congrats to anyone that went long. There we go. Quickly put on the charts for you guys. FTFT finding support here. Not too bad. I'm still more cautious on this one than anything else just because the big flush on the left shoulder. But right now there is a flag setting up. Boom, there goes an entry. There it was right, being more cautious on this one. Long 2K at 88. Still selling off though. Still selling off here. Went bigger size, just a tad bit too aggressive. Too quick, 7% down. This is a big drop for this ticker. Still had the right idea, being more cautious. Down about 8 cents a share on this one. Not sure if it's really going to get much of a spike here, so I am being very cautious. Selling volume is fairly light. Seeing if I can manage this position. There's definitely a few ways to play it. I wouldn't mind buying lower, buying more. Yeah, I just missed my exit there. Would be rebuying here actually, so I'm watching it. Sell volume light, definitely giving me some confidence there, but my problem was I would have liked to rebuy this one. I realized really quickly that most likely this was going to be a loser, but I was hoping we would be able to get out and rebuy. All right, we're out of this one at 81. Not too bad. Unfortunately, a loss. I've been trading, unfortunately, I'm clicking all the wrong buttons right now. FTFT not so hot. I'm down 480 on this one today, so I'm back in the red. What did I just click on? So if I would have been able to rebuy back on this one, my goal would have actually worked really nicely. Would have maybe walked away with like, I don't know, 1% at best with profits. Either way, it was a scratch. I've only had red trades on FTFT. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red trades now in a row on FTFT. while UPC, I've had 4 trades on it and they've all been green. So FTFT, this is a ticker that hasn't really been working that well for me. Is what it is. UPC though, great move there, big sell-off, pullback. I mean, this one's, it's interesting. It's a little bit hectic to be trading. You know, it's a hard call as well, but finding some support here, looking interesting. Thanks, Micah. Just saw that. Nice 9 EMA bounce on UPC. QS had a big old sell-off. I usually don't like trading mid caps because they do stuff like this. Not that small caps don't, but I feel like mid caps are just, they're annoying because you might be super optimistic on a mid or large cap long term, and that's going to affect your short term trading, your day trading. While with, you know, small caps, I'm usually already pretty pessimistic, so I don't just hold into stuff like I would with mid caps. Possible triple bottom, I mean, quadruple bottom coming up here on FTFT. I don't really like trading those, but worth acknowledging. Sell volume is so light on this one. Maybe we can get a small size on it. Look for a move back up. I like the, actually, I really do like the potential here. Yeah, was about to go long just now. I probably would have closed there for 1% profit. Honestly, FTFT is a tricky one. So I'm literally up on UPC and down FTFT almost the same amount. Unfortunately, a little bit more down. UPC just had a bigger sell-off. I'm scared that this one's gonna get halted on the way down because it's so volatile. The spread's kind of intense. Long UPC. Yeah, FTFT would have worked actually really well. Hammer candle on UPC, but it's still red. New minute in 7 seconds. Looking for a move back to the 9 EMA. Possible break back above 614. Close at 608. Possible rebuy. No, I've just missed that. No. Dang it. Yeah, rebuy didn't work. I'm still looking for that break over 616, 614. That was my original idea. It's hard to say. 6.6. Can we go lower than this? Can we go in the 5s? Small win there, but at least it was a win. Could have, should have, would have closed at 611. That would have been a little bit nicer. It's a bit of a tug of war for me. I'm literally up. Yeah, everything I made on UPC I gave back on FTFT. It's a little bit one of those days. Yeah, and the move on FTFT that I wanted right here, literally had a limit order out for, you know, ended up working, but missed that one. Looks like we got some spam back here on the channel today. It's a little bit unfortunate. I've been blocking some people. Triple, quadruple bottom on FTFT. UPC, I'm watching. I was thinking about maybe getting an order here on this dip, but I'll probably remove this limit order because it looks like it, I don't know if it's gonna dip down. Sell volume though is decreasing, so I'm kind of bullish on that. We have a big support zone right here at 5.7, so we'll see. But I don't know. I don't know. It's not the hottest day. Yeah, so it was a little bad bounce here. Man, FTFT, it's such a disappointment, this ticker. Somehow I just can't get on the right side of this one. You know. Five red trades in a row on it. This is ridiculous. Moving limit order down on UPC closer to 5.7. Let's quickly check what else is kind of moving here. FNKO popped up, but it doesn't look too hot. SNOA, a lot of sell off, a lot of sell volume. Possible support at 8, 180-day moving average and horizontal support. So $8 could be good on SNOA, but I don't know. I wouldn't trade it yet. PFIN, almost no volume on this one. I don't know, it doesn't look interesting. UAVS, a bit of a bottom bounce candidate. Slow, but okay. Volume's light. ACY on the back side of the move, light volume. Man, guys, today is... I think people already took off Easter break. It's not a trading day I'd be running home about. But still good lessons to be learned. And there was potential. Man, QS is a bit volatile, huh? It's all over the place. Look at this big bounce here. I don't know, Como, that really depends on your personality, you know. I like to buy pullbacks more than breakouts. Sometimes I'm too late to the party. What I would do is, you know, identify what you're doing, make it a pattern, document your trades, study it, go back on about 3 months of data and see what's going on, and then, you know, backside dip buying or something like that. I think that's all you need to become a profitable trader. You really just need one strategy, and then you have to have the patience to wait till you see it, right? Removing limit orders, and I'm going to go to my swing trade account and just kind of look around here what's going on. XL unfortunately down again today. XL, man, I might just have to cut this one at one point. This is going to be a little bit of a bigger loss, unfortunately. But only about like a K or so it's not really the end of the world. ACIC, bigger percentage loss. The position was okay, smaller size. CLVR had a nice bounce. GHVI crawling up. GOEV looks nasty, but we only have one alert share on this one. GRWG, I keep wanting GRWG, but freaking time and time again, I don't have size on it. IPOE really stabilizing here around 17, looking pretty promising. I actually like this a lot. You can kind of see here, looks like we're going to be inching back above 17.5. And then VE looks like it found a bottom roughly at 991. PLBY back up here. I'm thinking about potentially closing PLBY. It's going to be a sad, sad day. I don't want to close PLBY. My girlfriend just looked at me. She gave me the look. I don't think she wants me to close PLBY either. Yeah, I don't know. This ticker had a high of 22.5, and I'm cautious of tickers that are breaking out with light volume. I also don't want to close out one of my few winners. Ugh, life is hard sometimes. I don't know. I've been in this situation so many times, and usually not closing out is the bad idea. Yep, Jason. Jared says many men have problems closing the PLBYs. All right, well, it's good to know that I'm not alone. This is a tough one. I'm not going to say I'm done day trading, but I'm really just going to be cautious and wait for good setups, because I've been really just chasing around bad setups, I feel like it. Literally, this is almost 100% winner here on this ticker. This is like a 98% winner. So, you know, we've been coasting here pretty nicely. Question is, can we break above this area? I wouldn't mind buying back. I also feel like this company is more valuable than $677 million. I don't know. It's hard to say. We had a great entry on this one when it was still a SPAC. We're long PLBY at 1039. I mean, it doesn't really get any better than that. We had a perfect low bounce on PLBY. We were up over 100%. It's really unfortunate that PLBY was literally my smallest position out of my whole entire swing portfolio. So when we close this, obviously our P&L open is going to go much further down. And that's why it's usually red, right? Because we're closing our winners and we're typically averaging down into our losers as long as we still like it. The only loser here that I really don't like is XL. We're going to be taking a pretty hard loss on that one. Volume's fading here. I'm looking for a breakout past 23. I'm not sure if we're going to see that. We could see a little bit of a dip, and then hopefully a continuation. But I don't know, that could just be wishful thinking here. This was a pretty solid breakout. We might have a high of 2.5, maybe even 2.85 ahead of us. Either way, there's definitely big resistance here in this area. But I think we still have some upside on it. I'll put a limit order here for now. And then we'll kind of, you know, play it by ear and maybe manage it, maybe not, I don't know. I also don't mind holding Playboy for another few weeks. So, you know, there's no rush. Jason says trailing stops. I don't regret taking those profits. I don't think I'll ever regret taking profits, you know, being up almost 100%. But yeah, that's a way to do it as well. I think there's going to be a pullback most likely, and I think I'd probably just end up getting stopped out at 5% lower. I could be wrong. I'm not the craziest fan of trailing stops because we're trading growth tickers, and these growth tickers pull back 10-20% all the time. I mean, if you had a trailing stop on Tesla, you would have also got stopped out. This ticker pulls back 60% sometimes, you know, before it continues rallying another 1,000%. So, I don't know. I have a few videos on that, Jacob. Are you talking about day trading or swing trading? Yeah, Jared, that's a valuable point. I really don't think they have so much, to be honest. They're gonna be starting to play the online game. When I was looking into them originally, they want to go really big into merch, you know, grow their online brand. I think really they have a brand, and that's really the main thing right now. So it's pretty much $677 million valuation brand name in my eyes. But, you know, they have a nice new board. Well, really, they have more of like a new executive branch. And it looks like they're going to be, you know, trying a lot. And, you know, if it's successful or not, it's going to be in the news a lot. And I think there's going to be a lot more pumping up. And who doesn't want to put some Playboy in their portfolio, just, you know, even as a joke. So I think they just, it's easy to hype Playboy. And that's kind of why I traded it. But at the same time, you know, am I getting greedy if I'm looking for a 200-300%? Probably. So, yeah. You never really know, though. You never really know. There's one ticker that I really missed out on. It's Sono. Oh, I never rebought this one. It went up 240%. So, you know, there's that. Let's go back here to some of these day trades very quickly, see if there's anything brewing. I've been watching UPC on my second screen, and it's just been looking pretty lame. FTFT broke big support there at 7.5. Looks like it's having a retest here. Probably a dead cat bounce, very low volume. I'd be careful trading this on FTFT right now. If anything, I'd be taking profits and running. UPC making a flag could be an opportunity. UAVS inching along here. UAVS is not too bad. I think I missed this pullback. That was a good move. But even like the best moves today are only like 2 to 3%. You know, it's just like, it's lame. ACY up 66%, but you know, with a $9 million volume, you know, how many people are actually trading this one right now? Not a lot. But it's halted. It's ripping right now. Yeah, wish BVNE. I think there's a lot of people that have a similar strategy, and that literally was my strategy as well. So there's just people just, you know, kind of holding and hoping, and probably telling their friends for a few chuckles. So I don't know. I feel like that's the trading strategy on PLBY. It's in a way, which is pretty unfortunate. Maybe we should go back to swing trades a little bit. It was kind of more interesting to look at it. I still won't say I'm done day trading, but yeah, I'm just not super stoked about what we're seeing here. So swing trade portfolio though, crawling up nicely. THBR is leading the pack, followed by VIH. I'm so bullish on VIH, it's not even funny. Like I said yesterday, I've been accumulating this one in my investment portfolio. This is another basically way to play crypto. I'm just, you know, institutions need a place to buy crypto. And if you guys haven't been reading the news, pretty much, I don't know, a handful of times every week on the headlines is an article that somehow goes along the lines of large banks still don't offer a way for retail clients to invest in crypto, you know, and then, you know, talking about solutions, talking about problems, talking about investors going to cryptocurrency exchanges. VIH is the solution for all these things. VIH is institutional cryptocurrency access. So I'm extremely bullish on VIH. Has a phenomenal team behind it. I feel like I'm pumping this stock right now, but I don't know. I'm just trying to explain my position, why I've been holding this one, and why I'm accumulating it myself. So I'm swing trading it and I'm accumulating it. What else we got brewing here? I don't know. That's pretty much it. XL just, you know, coulda, shoulda, woulda closed it in time, but I didn't. We didn't really finish going through this list, did we? Where did we stop at? We stopped at PLBY. So yeah, it's trying again for a little pop back to the upside. Woo-wee, it sure is fun to watch it. We got PSFE. I said Pfizer for a second. I own Pfizer, not in my swing trade portfolio, but in my investment portfolio. Ooh, there goes PLBY over to 2029. Pay safe. I'm really bullish on this one too. I think, you know, a lot of these are just, you know, cruising and consolidating and shaking out weak hands, but they're not really going much lower. They're really all finding a lot of support. So that's what I like to see. 34. Look at that pump. Oh, yes. That's what I was waiting for. So right now we had the first leg here. We had some consolidation. Now we're having that second leg with possible full upside. I would probably argue to, oh, and we are out. There we go. We are closed. PLBY. Man, oh man, we've held PLBY for quite some time. This is a moment where we should have a moment of silence maybe. We were accumulating PLBY when it was still a SPAC. We were buying it on $10 support. Unfortunately, I didn't go full size on it. I went half size, but still a celebration moment, I think, for sure. Now it went all the way to 250. I closed at 2043. Nice, it's ripping past that. Good to see that. Good to see that energy. Remember, trading is not about perfect entries, perfect exits. It's just about getting the meat of the move. And, well, we definitely got a good chunk of that. So can't really complain. So yeah, I'm going to be watching this one. I'm going to put alerts on PLBY, like exactly like Ramoli says. I'm going to keep an eye on it. And I'm also going to put one share on a buy here. And if we get maybe another sell-off on the NASDAQ, maybe it's going to take PLBY back down. And then I'm just going to accumulate this one again. Let's see, do that, confirm buy. So I'll keep that. So it's back on my watch list. Here we go. Sweet. We'll be right back. Yeah, me too, Ramoli. They're kind of ridiculous, but TOS alerts, I have zero faith in them. I keep missing them, and I miss them when they do go off, and a lot of times they don't go off. So they're my new alert system, which is it's honestly pretty ridiculous. I'm not even sure how proud I am about it, but it's okay. Nice. Okay, so there's the breakout, a nice little pullback. Looks like some people are trading this one. Possible another 2-3% move here back to 2021, but I don't know. I don't really care what it does. I'm pretty happy how we went about it, and yeah, let's see how far it can go. Definitely a little bit nervous here on this big sell-off day, but overall, it looks like it's in a bullish trend. We have support here, we have big support here, so we have higher lows and we have higher highs. So technically this ticker is going in an upwards trend. So did I sell it too soon? Probably. Once I do finally sell a ticker, then it decides usually to go up. So, but I think we all have that feeling. So it could be a healthy trend here. I'll keep an eye on it. If it starts forming a really solid base here, there is definitely a chance I might buy it around 19 again. It's hard to say, but for now we'll just keep an eye on it. Definitely in a nice upwards trend though. We should have some funds available now, which is nice. So we turned a small position size, a half position size, into almost a full position size. Full position size would be, ideally a little bit north of 3,000. So that's really cool. Here's XL, just making me a very sad person. So yeah, now our P&L open is back down to almost 4,000 down, right? So that's why, there's pretty much always going to be negative P&L in our swing trading account on the open. There was a time it was like 3,000-4,000 up for like a few weeks, but then we closed out all those positions. XL, yeah, this one's nasty. I was talking about XL. I think, I don't know, it was a few days ago where I was saying I pretty much lost a lot of faith in this company. It's just got so much bad news coming out. But, the fact that it broke this double bottom makes me even more worried. I'm really hoping the selling kind of slows down and then we're going to get a bounce. Like even a dead cat bounce, could be possible with this big sell-off. Because at one point, shorts are going to have to cover and there's going to be dip buying, and that's going to drive the price higher, and that's where I'm going to leave. Who knows when it's going to happen. That's why you want to have a large time horizon with a lot of these kind of stocks, just to wait out kind of unnecessary sell-offs. So, well, I don't think it's super unnecessary, but just to wait it out and then at least take profits or cut losses at an okay spot. Let's go through the list again here. PFSE, oof, this engulfing candle here is nasty. Let's go to the, let's stay on the daily actually. Shift Technologies finding nice support. Osprey Tech, looks like it's finding support. THBR, look at that move on THBR. This is what I've been waiting for so many of our tickers. Ooh, UPC just had a big flush. So we had a double bottom here, and now we're having that nice 16% move back to the upside. So just being patient, guys, is really, I've been accumulating VIH, for example, just on all these big sell-offs, just being really, really patient. So this is working really nicely, nice 18% bounce there. And, at one point, I'm a strong believer it's going to crawl back above 18, and then, hopefully well above 22. I do have a sell order here because I think there's a good chance we might rip up here and then it's going to consolidate a little bit. I don't know if it's going to come all the way back down to 15, but it might have a consolidation. So I wouldn't mind taking profits and then buying back on this one. Let's actually really quickly go back to our day trading portfolio and go to UPC because this one's freaking diving right now. Yikes. HMBL Humble Inc. Humble. I don't know. I don't even know what that ticker is. HUMBL. HMBL. Ah. Oh, it's an OTC. OTCs usually aren't on FinViz. Well, 277 support. No, I don't know anything about this company, but I usually don't touch OTC. I'm not really interested in OTC anymore. I used to trade OTC all the time, but the OTC market's kind of cleaned up a little bit in terms of like, actually, that's a bad word because cleaned up is usually positive. And I feel like OTC markets have dried up, if anything. They're not what they used to be. But, you know, it's an upwards trend. Maybe they're going to have uplisting news at one point. I don't know. But I'm not going to look into it too much. FTFT Trade. I'm actually kind of impressed. So this was the dead cat bounce that I was talking about. We had a flush, but we actually found a lot of support. Came right back up. FTFT doesn't look too bad, but the fact that it has almost no volume makes it more or less untradeable. FNKO popping up here. It's an interesting ticker. Great move here. Boom. So like finally a ticker with some action. This is looking quite okay. There's an interesting zone right here about 27.5. I think that's worth noting. We're coming here to 25. Lighter volume. So they have an NFT platform developer. I guess it's a NFT play, FNKO. This is a $1.2 billion market cap, so it's one of the bigger NFT plays that we've been looking at. Making a flag pattern right now. Could be worth a trade. A lot of resistance here. I think if I traded FNKO, I'd be very careful. Maybe find a little bit more accumulation in this area. Watching this one on a possible break below 24. Putting this one on my top screen. Not sure if we're going to get much movement on it. Slight pullback there. We're finding a lot of support. Maybe we can get a fill there at 89. 24. We might sell off more. Possible break below 91. No. Still finding some decent support. Yeah, I don't know. It's looking okay. Bit of a dip there, back to 98, 97. Oh, possible move below 92. Oh no, big support just came in. I'm not gonna chase this one. It's unfortunate that I missed it, but yeah, nice 1.5% bounce already. Nice, Jared. Happy it's been working out. NIO, why am I not trading this one? I don't know. It just doesn't look like something I'd want to trade, to be honest. Selling off. Big support though here at 40. I think if you're going to be trading NIO, I would probably look for 40. Oh, actually, already it's bouncing off of 40. But this is a good zone to potentially trade this one. FKNO trying to break 2390. That was the zone we were looking at. BIPS being called out. Bit of a flag pattern coming up. I usually don't trade lead biggest losers. I like dumpster diving stocks, but only usually large caps and mid caps. I usually don't dumpster dive small caps. They're just, you know, once they're down, they're oftentimes down till, you know, maybe some hype. You know, some really one-day spike or something like that. But I'd rather accumulate like a GE that's, you know, depressed, or an American Airlines or something like that. Something that, you know, is most likely not going to just disappear. Oh man, 10:30 here. So most likely I'm going to wrap up day trading today. We're up exactly $57.8. You know, not the best way to start the month, but, you know, at least we're not red. It's been a super snooze fest out here, especially pre-market, which is oftentimes where I make a lot of my money. You know, we're up on UPC $545, and we're down on FTFT $487. So today was a bit of a, you know, one step forward, one step back kind of day. More of a one step back, one step forward, because I was kind of like constantly in the red today. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do any more day trading. In terms of swing trading, though, I'm excited that we're getting some of these tickers finally moving off the lows. I mean, it's been quite a snooze fest in our IRA account, so I love the fact that we're moving in the right direction. It's exciting stuff. Look at this, PLBY over 21.22. Awesome move there. Huge. Love it. Technically, I sold too soon. Actually, not technically. I sold too soon. That's fair. It's about 3% up from where I sold, but totally fine. You know, we've been seeing a lot of moves that just weren't able to hold their highs after sell-offs, the original sell-off. So, for example, Hillian's a perfect example of that. We had a big move to the upside, and then we crashed, and then we had this kind of faint secondary move, and then we had a big sell-off again. And we've been seeing that a lot lately in the growth sector. So I'm just a little bit cautious lately. I'd rather take my profits off the table and then, you know, kind of go from there. It's been a little bit shaky out here. So until we start seeing some big action again, I'll wait for the big action and I'll start buying the pullbacks or even the breakouts if that's what's necessary. But until I see that, I'm going to be a little bit cautious. Ooh, look at this one. Oh my God. FNKO, guys. Oh, talk about missing my entry. I was constantly just, a hair too shy here. And then boom, here's the 3% move. But, for the fact that like a 3% move is so exciting is a bad sign. So yeah, whatever. Is it April? Oh, it is April Fool's, isn't it? No, there's no April Fool's going on here with my analysis, I think. Well, if all my tickers go down even more tomorrow, then I'll exercise my April Fool's option. FNKO kind of spiking here with some bigger volume. Good to see that action. Yeah, coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? Slow day. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up. And if you guys have any questions, save them for the monthly recap. I am going to be I'm saving a whole time slot there for some FAQs. Last time you guys threw some good questions on me. Other than that, yeah, I mean, kind of a slow day here. Also kind of expected. Oftentimes the holidays are a little bit slower. Look at this tempting, super tempting setup here on FNKO. It's always like right before I end my stream, there's always something that, starts wiggling. Nice, nice, nice. Good pullback. Look at that energy. Maybe, can we get a move to new high of day? Maybe something at 25? John's wondering, why do I make money on pre-market? I don't know. We get nice moves. There's no halts. It's very mellow. I like trading pre-market. It's like, I don't know how to answer that. But fair enough. It's a valid question. Why do I make money pre-market? I stare at pre-market like a crazy person for 2 hours, and I'm patient, and I wait for the right setups, and I get aggressive. But you could do that at any other time of day. But for me, since I'm in Europe a lot, I don't trade afternoons, because that would be like around 10 p.m. local time, and I ain't got the time for that. Ain't nobody got the time. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up here. It's past 10:30. I gave the market plenty of chances today. I am only up $57 today, but hey, better than a red day, because when you're, having a red day, you're, typically thinking, I wish I was just a little bit in the green. So we're happy for that. All right, guys, I'll see you in the recap today. The monthly recap, it starts at 12 noon. It's already on the channel if you guys want to go to it and, just be pending there. Just go to the homepage and you'll see it, upcoming streams right here, Winkler March recap, and we're going to be diving through, hopefully, one thing that we could figure out to make next month better. I got a few things in mind already, and then we're going to be doing a Q&A session. So I'll see you guys there. Like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades, and pros to pros, guys. Ciao.